I don't know anything about this other than it's about do women like strong men or not. As the resident vagina holder, I do like strong men. I want a man stronger than me. I want a man with thick, meaty hands to choke me out. Is that such a crime? Is that a problem these days? Well, according to modern day feminism, yes, but I don't really care. I still want that. I remember in high school, I had this whole little shtick that I was like, I just want a man stronger than me, right? I don't want to wear the pants in a relationship. I want to feel like I actually am the damsel in distress, to be the little pretty little princess, even if I'm not actually. But I just want a man stronger than me. Women do want stronger men. Anyway, we can actually watch the video.
Who convinced us that getting huge and putting on muscle would attract women?
Men did that.
The idea is pretty simple. Work out, build muscle, and get girls. Basically, getting fit can transform you from this guy into this guy. So where does this idea come from?
Other men convinced you of that.
Of course, that's not really true. She's only saying that because feminists hate their fathers and they want men to fail, and then they end up alone and they can't figure out why. Modern women will try to tell you that they don't like strength, and it's always a lie. This one's trying to tell you that working out to build muscle is gay because women don't like it and men do, and that's not what's happening here. What's actually going on here is the more that a man likes something, the more that he'll say it. This is a speech bubble up here. And the more that a woman likes something, the more she hopes that you'll figure it out. This is a thought bubble down here for the more secret category. In other words,
You're not wrong. I'm not gonna deny that. Yeah, I have this problem where unfortunately I'm a woman, right? And women don't like telling men what they want. Which is where the whole mind reader aspect that men get really frustrated when with women kicks in. Because if women like romantic gestures. Like, even though men are the romantic sex, women claim to be that, even that's not true. And they want to feel desired and appreciated. If they have to tell you, then it doesn't make it authentic anymore. It makes it forced. It makes it fake. And so therefore it doesn't count anymore because you're just going through the motions. So buying flowers, opening doors, getting chocolate, working out and pinning her to the ground and raping her. All those different things that women desire. They don't actually want to tell men to do that, because if you do it after you tell her, then that makes it forced. It doesn't have the same emotional appeal and push towards it. They rather you just already know that and just do it without them telling you. I hate doing it too. Like, unfortunately, like I said, I'm a vagina holder, and I'm basically kind of the same way. The only saving grace is that since I got into politics at a young age, dipped my toes a little bit in the manosphere kind of stuff out of curiosity. Like, I learned about how to, like, communicate better. I still don't like telling men what to do. Like, that will never change. I do try to communicate a little bit better, where it's like, okay, can you, especially like from the get-go, on the first date where we don't know anything about each other, it's like, this is kind of what I like. I guess that's my way of dropping hints without exactly dropping hints, because in a way I'm actually being direct about it. Like, actually trying to, like, communicate, this is what I like, this is what I dislike, various things like that. And when problems come up, I try to clarify things even a bit further. It's like, okay, men don't know unless you tell them, but also it is important for men to keep in mind women don't like telling you things, and so it is important to not have to be told about that kind of stuff and just do it, which is kind of what I kind of see myself as here for. This is going to sound really arrogant of me, like I'm tooting my own horn, but that's why I do say all the things I say, because, like, if the modern women are not going to tell men to do this, right? And it's, you can hear it from other men as well. But when I was in high school, I really wanted to date a guy, right? Like, I was lonely, depressed, and I just wanted the guy to like me. And so I turned to men to see what men like from women to try to change myself. And it's like, okay, obviously there's a huge dating crisis happening. Men should probably hear from what women like but like actual genuine advice and not this weird faux bullshit that's kind of happening here. And that's why I like being as blunt, like, and I make as many rape jokes as I do, because I mean they're jokes obviously, because real rape is bad, but it doesn't change the fact that 80% of women have a rape fetish. They don't want to be, they don't, like, if they tell you no, they mean yes. You just have to press harder. Like, all these different things are completely true. Amal, the woman translator. Yeah, like, that's part of, like, what I wanted to do. And part of it's also, like, me venting as well. Especially in the beginning when I first started streaming. A lot of it was me venting my frustrations with my ex, for example. Because since I've been a little bit more open about my previous relationship recently, a lot of my complaints was, you know, a lot of my things of, like, you know, what men should do were things that he wasn't doing. So it's like, if more men don't need to know this information so they can have successful relationships, then that's better off, right? And then maybe, like, hopefully some guy listens and, you know, obviously translates from my woman speak into more logical, successful speech that doesn't get them in trouble with the law. Because once again, rape is bad, right? And then goes from there. Or Amal relates more with logic, male-coded, than emotional deduction. It's kind of both. Like, when other people have problems, it's actually a problem within itself, because as soon as if you come to me with an issue, I will come from a completely logical perspective. I like, you have a problem? Okay, let's fix it. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Maybe talk to them about this. Maybe talk to them about that. Like, I come from a completely logical kind of perspective on how to actually fix the problem. Not good since I'm a woman, because women are supposed to be the emotional help thing, and I get really awkward when it's like, oh, I believe in you. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine, right? I hate saying that stuff. It's so cliche. It's so, like, wishy-washy and just fake. It feels so empty and soulless. When it comes to me having problems, then I go to somebody else. When they give me logic and reasoning, that I'm like, please just tell me it's gonna be okay. I don't want to hear logic and reasoning how to fix my problems. I just want somebody to hold me and tell me it's gonna be okay. And so the shoe was on the other foot, and I'm like, damn, this sucks. Yeah, so I guess gonna wait both? Why would I come to a void with an issue? Good question. You really shouldn't.
Women do like strong men, but a lot of them lie about it, especially feminists, because they hate you. And it looks
Yes.
like this. It's the same every time. What do you want? Don't work out. Here you go. Ew. The studies on this are very conclusive. This one says estimates of physical strength determined over 70% of men's bodily attractiveness. And contrary to popular theories, in other words, feminist noises, the strongest men were always the most attractive. And the working theory is that women prefer this because it shows that you can fight. Remember, bad boy stuff is what they find attractive, even if they don't admit it. Here's another
They just want to be
study. The preference gets even stronger when the relationship is short-term, which means that's what they want for their children. What else are short-term relationships even for? Long-term relationships are for resources, for supportiveness of various kinds. Short-term are for DNA. So women desire supportiveness emotionally, that's the part they say out loud, speech bubble, and they desire strength sexually, of various kinds, including physical. The only exception is if you're a ridiculous huge bodybuilder with a 6-pack or a 12-pack, but that's not because you became too strong, it's because you became a muscle princess, which is gay. Most women are not looking for this. They're looking for...
Yes. So way back in the day, I thought I wasn't actually attracted to muscular men because when I thought of muscular men, I thought of this. I never really seen an actual muscular man before. Like the guys that in my class and stuff like that, they're just average dudes. Some scrawny, some fat, you know, the rest kind of like that in between thing. I never really saw much of like a muscular man before. And so it wasn't until I got older and became an adult that I realized, oh shit, I actually do find muscular men attractive. I would always imagine this like huge hunk of meat on them, the gross veins and just like this well, I don't even know what this blob Like it's just a blob to me of just like skin and meat. There's just no actual man there. Reminds me of like a steak almost. Like like reminds me of like chicken, right? Like this is like the whole ass chicken breast right there where you take the fork and eat it. Like it's not actual like a man anymore. It's just grotesque. But then I learned what a real muscular man is. What I'm assuming is what he's gonna show next.
Something more like this.
Yes. That's a lot better. The veins are still a little bit much in my personal opinion. I mean, some veins are fine, but it's still quite veiny. But yeah, this is quite fine. Obviously, I'm not gonna say no, it's ugly. This is a million times better than this fucking shit.
Or even this. Clearly,
Yeah. Yeah, I like this too. I like this too. Honestly, kind of say this is a little bit better. This one feels fake. Like, I don't know about this. This feels a little bit like it's definitely nowhere near this level, right? But I don't know. Like it's still good. I'm not gonna complain. But this is a little bit more natural in my opinion, and I kind of like this a little bit more. It's hard to explain. Like these are like washboard abs. Kind of freak me out a little bit, but once again, not gonna actually complain. This is just a little bit more natural and better here. I don't know how to exactly put it, but anyways.
fit, but not overdoing it. Most women will probably actually tell you that they prefer this guy because this one looks like he spends all his time taking selfies.
Well, he got me. That's exactly what I said. That's what I said. I prefer this one because this one seems a bit much.
At the gym, and this one looks like he gets things done. So even this guy might be a little too close to Muscle Princess. But
Yeah,
you don't have to
that's
worry
basically
about
it.
becoming one by accident. Once again, this is me at my second peak of physical fitness. I had one when I was 25 and another when I was 32. I put in a lot of work to achieve this, and I promise it helped a lot with women. I did not make it into the Muscle Princess category. I did not need to have a six-pack. Do you see how my six-pack is kinda sorta peeking through here in these shadows, but there's just a little too much dough? This body was very popular with women. So you don't have to be
nice.
perfect, and you also don't have to worry about going overboard. It's just stronger is better. It's real simple. So unless you're dedicating your life to the gym, the more you build muscle and the less you store fat, the more that women will like you in general. I could have done better here, but it was good enough. Speaking of
Yeah, I'm
doing
not gonna
better, this
complain.
video is sponsored by ODGG
Like, I don't know. Obviously, stronger is better. Right? Muscular is attractive and things like that. But as long as it's not like you're significantly overweight or like really fucking scrawny, I really don't care. There's obviously limitations and things I find a little bit more attractive than others, but my big thing is if you make me laugh. And, you know, charismatic, because to me, charisma is key. Though obviously strength is really important too. So, yeah, so far everything he's saying is correct so far.
Supply, who has everything you need for when the government decides that your house is now reparations for Somalians. Get gear for marching, camping, night vision, and more, all tested by these totally non-militia. They just love nature, okay? Lifting is enough for the club, but not for global Rhodesia. So check out odggsupply.com and get some stuff to build the skills you're probably gonna need soon. Use code HOEMATH12 for 12% off almost everything. Getting fit.
Now that's a good ad for something that's actually useful. But you know what's also very useful, chat? Soap from the dragonstreasure.com. When you use code Amalgamyte for 10% off your order. You can also use it for tea and coffee and focused drinks. So when the end of the world does happen, you know, you have the soap that you need to wash it when you have limited amount of water. You have coffee to drink and tea and to switch up so you don't actually have to utilize the water. Well, I guess you kind of need the water for the tea. But if you want to flavor your water, you have tea for the end of the world, okay? You have options. So when you use code Amalgamyte for 10% off your order, remember that. Remember that at thedragonstreasure.com. Anyway, carry on.
It is good enough for the good times, and these were the most fit times of my life, and they were some of the best times of my life. These other ones were good for different reasons, and those results match perfectly with the research. So don't let feminists tell you that women don't want strong men. But if that's true, what's this guy talking about?
I post my physique 47 responses. 47 DMs. Guess who they were? Men! Only men!
Okay, when you say it that way, it
Oof.
sounds gay. But
Yeah.
that's not what's happening. In the social sciences, they call this a failure of cross-sex mind reading. You might know it better as being a f***ing retard. And both of them are doing it. Let's go back to Zones version 2. Again, men talk out loud about the women they like and the things they like about women, speech bubble, and as we like women less and less, we're less willing to talk about them even if we do hang out sometimes. Thought bubble, lower on the chart, is more secret. So a failure of cross-sex mind reading.
Failure cross-sex mind reading. When you think that everyone thinks the same way you think because of internet-based retardation. Fair enough. Fair enough. That happens a lot, you know that.
Means that if you're a man, you think women are going to act like men and say the things they like out loud, and if you're a woman, you think men are going to act like women and focus on their looks, mostly to mog other men instead of to attract the opposite sex.
Well, if you're a clavicular or clavicular, infertile zoomer, where the fuck his name is at this point, yeah, you are mogging other men. You are spiritually homosexual. You're basically a tree. What looks maxing is spiritually gay. Just go to the gym and work out like a normal dude. Don't break your cheekbones and make yourself infertile because of it. Mog. To outdo, usurp, defeat, or displace, especially with relevance to social status or perceived desirability. The Catamite, yes, the Catamite.
I mean, just listen to how Just listen to how bad of a failure of cross-sex mind reading it is when this girl hears this guy say he's working out for girls and then tells him, no, you're doing it for guys.
A while back, I made a video where I said that men think that women do everything for male attention
They
because
do.
men do everything for male attention.
I post my physique, 47 responses.
I do want to note, too, I don't know if it means anything, because this guy's probably never going to see this video, but he's attractive. The problem isn't the fact that he's not attractive. Like, I obviously can't see the rest of the body, but, like, based off what I can see, you know, he looks quite muscular, quite nice. I love the beard. I'm a slut for guys with beards. He's got beautiful blue eyes. He's blonde hair, clear Aryan stock here. Got a little bit of, like, the southern accent going on. Like, the thing is, it's not that he's not attractive. I find most guys relatively attractive. That's not the problem here. The problem is just the dating scene and using apps in general. He says post my physique, so I'm assuming it's like on Instagram or something like that. I hope it's not the dating apps, because you can change the you know the gender that you are trying to connect with on the gender apps there. So I'm gonna assume it's like on Instagram. Guys are quite supportive of other guys. Like, unlike women, men are usually more willing to help other men get up. They're not self-sabotaging. They're not backstabbers. They're not giving you false advice hoping that you trip on it and fall off a cliff like women do. Men actually try to give genuine advice to help other men, and it's quite wholesome looking at it, especially as the resident vagina holder, where usually when women give advice to other women is to sabotage them to put them lower on the rating scale. Men don't really have that to the same degree. Guys respond when he posts his fatigue, and guys respond. I don't know what the comments are. Maybe it could be like, "Hey there, baby bear, want to come over to my place tonight?" I mean, if it's something along those lines, then yeah, that's kind of strange, right? That's gay. But usually it's like other guys being like, "Hey, you know, good gains, bro," or, you know, "Looks like you've done a good job, bro," or you know, "Congratulations, bro," you know, something along those lines. When it comes to, like, sexual competition, that's when guys start fighting each other. But to build society, at least especially Western society more specifically, you need to have cooperation. You can't have your dicks thinking for you and trying to outcompete each other. You have to learn how to survive the winter. You have to learn how to farm together, to, you know, handle livestock, to work as a community. Because if you throw each other underneath the dumpster, then you guys are not going to survive. You're not actually going to build anything. You're not going to build beautiful cathedrals or trade or basically do anything.
47 DMs. Guess who they were? Men! Only men!
It didn't seem like he wanted the male attention. Do you see what I'm getting at? I'm not sure how you got that from his reaction. He says what he wants, and she doesn't believe him because she doesn't say what she wants. This is because women say things out loud that make them look good, presentable, and men say things out loud that they actually want. And the things women actually want, the things that make them feel desire, they keep quiet about that so they don't look bad. More secret.
If women were honest about the bad boy zone, which is, this little area here, which is ideal for sex, they'd be called sluts. For good reasons, because they would be sluts if they're honest about it. Smut books are all about hypermasculine, bestial-like men who have that soft spot of sweet and caring, for just her specifically, but will ravage her in the middle of the night and treat her like the piece of meat that she is. Because that's every single woman's fantasy, is to be treated like a pretty little princess at day, and then treated like an absolute depraved whore at night. And being desired by that one man specifically that's super rich, super famous, super strong. And while obviously the super famous guy can't happen for every single woman, there are ways to make yourself fit the bill. And the other areas, I don't want to say accept, but women will actually still allow and like, because, deep down they know they can't actually get Prince Charming. There are ways to make it work, so a woman will still actually want to be with you without having to be Christian Grey. So a narcissistic fantasy, of course, providing nothing for the man? Yes. Welcome the women. They are not the romantic sex. Men are. It kind of makes sense, the biological perspective, for kind of why they have that narcissistic fantasy. And then in the end, they pay you with your body and the fact that they birth your children and continue on your legacy. The issue is women aren't settling down. They aren't giving you a legacy. They're just being narcissistic bitches. And this is where things get really messed up and really tricky, and then that's where everything kind of goes down to the shitter.
Thought bubble. If women walked around saying things like, I want a 6'5" vampire mafia boss, like in my old video, Abby's Perfect Man, men would just not marry them. We would go, Jesus, I don't want to have to drink blood to hang on to a bratty mid. And if I did, I would still be 5'11", and I don't think the mafia takes vampires. And then the species would die. Like it is right now. And so women lie about what they want. That's how evolution works. And some of them don't even know they're doing it. And that's why they think you're doing it too. So that explains why she thinks men are working out for each other instead of for women, and why she probably does like stronger men, but either she doesn't want to say it, or she just doesn't want to believe that about herself even though she feels it all the time. Kind of like if you were scared of a bug and you screamed and then you tried to convince yourself it was actually a war cry. Let's see how her idea worked out.
And a lot of men did not like this idea. The common response I got was, I don't do everything for male attention. Or, well, women do things for other women's attention. Well, yeah, no shit. Lots of women do things for women's attention, not for male attention, which is my original point.
See, that's the thing. I mean, obviously she's a feminist, so by default she's wrong, but that's the thing. Women do things for male attention. Men do things for female attention. That's just how it works. There are very few things that women do to even for other women, other than beat them down. And sort of the same thing with men, though not as evil. Women don't wear makeup and push-up bras and a sexy dress just to make themselves feel good to go out on a date. No. They put all that on and make a big deal about it, where you have all these girls with all these TikToks being like, you should pay for the date at this like $500 dinner place or whatever, restaurant, because I spent $1,000 on my makeup and hairspray and nails and blah, 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 blah. That's where their sense of entitlement comes in, even though ignoring the fact that the makeup and hairspray and nails last very long times in multiple uses. Dinner is just a one-time thing, but a little bit off the point here. They don't do that for other female attention. They do that to make themselves look better, which is why you should take her to the pool for the first date. Saying if she's see if you're catfished or not. It's just a lie to make themselves feel better because feminism has completely entrenched society, and so it's bad for women to admit that they're doing things for male attention because that's not very good boss for you. That's not a very strong woman for you, right?
Right. Men compete directly out in the open, and women play nice and quietly mug each other.
Now this man
Hold on. Girl mugging. Who does that bitch think she is?
Now, this man may be trying to get women's attention with this build that he has created. However, he lives in a society where the only attention it's going to get is other men's.
So this is where it all comes together. When she says that getting huge is only going to get attention from other men, what she means is immediate attention out in the open, like on Instagram. Once again, because that's what she wants. She wants the attention, and she thinks that you want what she wants, which is a failure of whatever. It's stupid. Women post to social media because they want immediate attention right now where everyone can see it.
Chat! I demand attention right meow. Right meow. And if I don't get my attention right meow, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna cry. No, go sit in the corner. Fuck! I got denied. Be quiet, woman. Play the video.
I am the princess. I have the most likes. So she thinks that he's trying to be muscle princess, as if he's doing the work to get the internet likes. And he did get those, and he didn't like them because they were from men. Because men are like this. Hello, I have noticed you. We say too much too fast. And women are like this. What do you want? Be nice. Here's niceness. Ew, not from you. Women say too little too slowly. In other words, when men see something they like, they will say it out loud immediately. And when women see something they like, they don't say it out loud right away. They see it, and then, after careful judgment, they figure out how they feel about it, and then later, when it's safe, they'll say it out loud if you're lucky. Women will say muscles don't impress me, and then later leave a bite mark on your bicep. So the research...
I'm not gonna lie. I like biting bicep muscles. I like biting them. I don't know what it is about it, but I like it. It's something more primal. I like biting them. It's funny that he said that because I'm like, wait, is that like a normal thing? I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't know. I didn't realize it was normal for a woman to bite men's biceps, but I do that because I think it's hot. Because the bicep is hot, and I don't know what it is, but I really like it, and yeah. Where is the spray? The holy water spray. In return, I like it when men bite necks. Okay, neck biting when men do it, very very hot. Very, very hot. There's a reason why women like vampires so much. Something about neck biting, okay? It really does it. Really does it, okay?
Research is clear, women like stronger men, and the internet is fake. What you see people saying is not what they actually feel. She thinks all these guys want to marry her. And women think that men think like women, and men think that women think like men. It's a mess. So it is worth it to work out, and it's not worth it to listen to TikTok girls. Just remember...
Or dumb VTubers either, for that matter. I saw somebody in chat mention that doesn't everyone do things for attention on the internet? And that's true. But it's different for men and women. So obviously both men and women who post online do it for attention. They want to get the YouTube ad money or the TikTok likes or the big Twitter shitposty account, right? Obviously they're doing it for attention. When women do it, it's more usually for their own looks, their ego. That narcissism we kind of brought up a little bit. That's why you see all these thoughts posting, pictures of their booty hole. So many VTubers, are either LewTubers themselves or they post flesh pics of them too. Because it's for females, a lot of it's just actual physical attention to prove that they actually are attractive. Because a woman's biggest currency is their attractiveness, because it is so fleeting. It only lasts from the ages of 18 to, 30 when they hit the wall. So 12 years of their life. Out of 80 years that they are living, 12 of them is only when they're actually attractive and considered, dateable and marriage material to actually settle down and have kids. It's quite fleeting. And before they turn into old raggedy hags that are all used up and dry. And so it's a way to validate that they actually are attractive, that they are desired. Because like he mentioned a little bit in this video, but I didn't go like super in depth because it's not exactly the topic. But women's main thing, and I literally cannot stress this enough, is just to be desired. That's all. Men just want to actually be liked for them, their personality, their looks, who they are, their interests. Women want to be more desired in the sense of the sexual thing, where the man will just kind of take them and carry them away and impregnate them and chain them down. And I know this sounds super hypersexual, and I normally say it as a joke, but in this case, I mean it in the sense of ownership. Because feminism is a lie. It is a complete lie that was sold to them. They do want a husband to serve. They just need a man to kind of force them to do so. That's the kind of desire that women want. And posting online gives them a fleeting, similar sensation to it, though not the same. When men post things online, obviously it's for attention and an ego boost, but it's also more of a success thing. Is if you can make it online, that is a good, easier way to measure success and make success for yourself. Able to be your own independent boss and do your own thing, create what you want when you want, well, to a certain degree, because, there are limitations. Every creator has a shelf life, and you have to prolong that shelf life as much as possible by making more content. But it's the easiest way you can take a girl and be like, this is my Twitter page, look how many followers I have. I've done all these interviews, or, look at how many of these views I have. Look at all this YouTube money I got in, right? It's a very easy way to calculate success. So it's different. Both of them are for attention seeking and ego boosting, but within the different genders, different roles that the sexes have, once again. Men for success, fame, and providing. Women for simple desire and attractiveness. This is kind of like the knight in shining armor thing. Women just want to be taken away in some sort of way. Yes, 100%. Just want to be swept away and don't have to worry about the problems of society again.
This image when a woman tells you what she wants. She's not telling you the most important part because she thinks that you should just know. And then remember this one. Women don't say the stuff they like out loud because it makes them look bad. And when your DMs fill up with men...
Men! Only men!
That doesn't mean they're the ones who like it. It means you have to go outside and make women feel safe telling you what they really think. Only one girl ever DM'd me and said, yes, I am inquiring about the muscle pictures, and it was this one. And there was a very big power difference in that relationship.
That hurts. The one girl is actually honest. Is the fucking 4. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a brutal. Oh God, it's okay. I am okay.
If you know what I mean. The ones who go straight for your body are probably not the ones you want to keep. So the reason you're frustrated is because you expect women to come straight after you like you probably go after them, and they're not going to do that even if they do.
Okay, he said the ones that go after your body are probably not the ones you want to keep. They're obviously, that's true, right? But at the same time, she was honest, which I know the reason why women aren't honest is because it makes them look bad, which in this case is basically the same thing. This might be one of my more feminist takes here, but it's like, okay, you can't have both, right? Like, you want women to be more honest about what they like and what they want, when one's actually being honest here. I don't know. It seems a little bit unfair, but if she's a 4 and it didn't really work out and she was only interested in his body, then obviously that's a problem there. Like, I'm not going to disagree with that aspect. It just seems a little bit unfair. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. I told Math. He makes great videos. He's got a great Twitter page, even though he's been banned for like the next 3 months. I like him a lot. He says a lot of correct things. But 125? If that actually is true, where I'm going based off whatever chat says. Like, a man can have a much higher body count than a woman can. But 125 is far. Like, there is something kind of, Like, good for him for, I guess, being able to pull that many women, because very few men can. But there's something wrong with the man then at that point, too, for have that high of a body count. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't want to bash him too hard. He does good work, right? I'm not trying to slander the man, because, you know, when he is doing what no one else has basically kind of done before, and does it in a very simple explanation way. And you know what? Hey, it's got him all these insights that could help maybe younger men out with it too. But 125 is such a ridiculous number. It's still damaging. It's still unhealthy for men to have high body counts too. It's just not as bad as it is with women. I wouldn't, no, I wouldn't touch that with a 10 fucking foot pole. Holy shit. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't trust a dude with 125 to be with her? Yeah, because he's just a man whore. He's a fuckboy. Like, I'm glad he's got all these insight. He does the loads of work. I'm not trying to bash him when it comes to his actual work himself, but 125. If that is true, once again, I don't like guys who treat relationships casual. You should only date them married, right? Like, just like women shouldn't open their legs for every single man that walks by, right? Like, men shouldn't open women's legs just for the sake of it. You should date to marry. Both sexes should do this. And then, you know, save your virginity for marriage. If a man's already had a couple under his sleeve, it's okay. It's not the greatest, but it is what it is. It's like I said, once again, men have a different rule set than women. You should not just have casual sex. You should not have casual relationships. Those will always get messy. Date them, marry.
Do like what they see. They're just gonna drop a hanky and you have to notice and go, oh, was that, did you want my attention? So do work out. It is worth it. Do not listen to feminists. It is never worth it. And remember, when women show their bodies, they get men in the DMs. And when men show their bodies, they get men in the DMs. Because that is what men do. We go in the DMs. If you want women in your DMs, you don't show your body. You show yourself with other women. This will make them chase you. This will make them like you. If she chases you and gets you, and she never really liked you, she's just gonna go, ugh, why did I do this? I thought I liked this guy and I don't. I just want to take him away from other women. So men like women in one way and women like men in two ways, and they'll only tell you about the one that doesn't work. Do the other one first. Hit the gym.
And that was created.
Yep. And same with the whole with other women thing. It's kind of like the same, like how guys that wear their wedding band get more attention from women. It makes you look desirable. Because women are more okay with harems, even though they're not good. Women are more okay with harems because as long as they can actually get the resources in the end. And if another woman's already chosen you, it shows that you can actually provide, that you are desirable. There's something about you that other woman wants, and the whole point of woman's existence is to get as many resources as possible, and she can steal them from another woman to help propagate and for her own sires to come out and get your resources in the process, even better. Which is why, like, Cavicular, that guy, you know, his whole thing is going to clubs and parties and having, you know, horrors all around him. There was that one viral video of him from a couple weeks ago where he sat a Floyd down and she's like, well, I'm not going to go with you if I'm not going to be the only one. And he's like, well, I'm not going to go with you at all then. And she's like, no, sorry, I'll go with you anyways. You know, actually, I think it was actually sleeping with, so fucking sex, so disgusting. But it's just the immediate turnaround from that bitch was insane. But it shows that even though they try to act like they want to be the one, as soon as they feel like they have competition from other women, they will do their best to go after you and prove to you that they are the one that you should be with.
Created by men.
At the end of her video, she accidentally gives some good advice.
So the amount of time and effort you have put into getting that build, I suggest putting the equal time and effort into your personality and understanding what women actually want.
She was trying to say that you should put your energy into good guy stuff instead of attractive stuff, but she accidentally said to treat them both equal, which is the perfect strategy. This is why they chase you. This is why they keep you. Remember to like, share, follow, subscribe, and click the link in my bio for all my stuff.
I mean, I like Hoe Math a lot. It's a shame that his Twitter page got Cheetoed. for 3 months, if I remember correctly. Though that was a couple weeks ago, so I guess it's slightly less than 3 months at this point. He does good work. And everything he says is accurate, at least. As a vagina holder, I can attest. If that's me lying or not, well, you may never know. I did put the link in the video in the chat, so make sure you give it a like, add a comment there, you know, watch the first few minutes of it, you know, give him the views for what it is, because I'm just the react slapper.